Hi everyone, it's Melissa from the Hug Strap. I'm here today to teach you how to play Life in the City by the Lumineers. This song came at a request of one of our viewers and I finally got around to making a video for it. Before we get started, you'll want to go to the description box where you'll find a free downloadable PDF tab so you can follow along with me. There will also be chords up in the corner, and please hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos. Alright, so let's get started. On this song, it is in 12/8 time signature, which is a little tricky if you're not kind of used to hearing that, because you're playing triplets but in groups of 4, which is what gives it that 12/8 time signature. So it's a little tricky feeling. It kind of feels very grand, which, you know, I think the song is supposed to feel like that if you watch the movies on YouTube, since they did this kind of like whole video concept album with it. It's supposed to have this kind of very cinematic feel, and it does. So the trickiest part for me about this is when I do a triplet strum, I kind of tend to want to do it fast, and we got to slow it down because this is around 65 beats per minute, so that's pretty slow. That's a slow tempo. So we're going to start just with the triplet strum in case you don't know what that is. You're gonna say to yourself the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're putting more emphasis on the 1, and the 2 and the 3 are a little bit lighter and faster. So we're gonna start with an F chord, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm doing all down strums. Feel free to make it more complicated if you know a triplet strum and are very comfortable with it. But for this tutorial, I'm just keeping it simple because I'm following the piano in the song, and he's just doing a plodding bum, 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 bum. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So just down, 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 down. Gradually speed it up a little bit. So. So that's a triplet strum. Feel free to rewind this video and do that a little bit longer if you need to, or pause. We're going to go into the intro, which is an F, E minor, and G. You play it 4 times. The last 2 times you're going to start singing the woo, woo part, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, I'm sorry. Let me stop for a second. I forgot to mention this. When you're doing a triplet strum, and in general, just when you're learning songs, I do recommend utilizing your foot to help you keep time. Since this is in kind of that weird time, and since you need to keep up a steady triplet strum, I recommend letting your foot do the work for you, because once you feel that in your body, it's a little bit easier to keep playing it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So my foot is actually keeping that 1 every time. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So with our intro, it's hold the G a little longer. So for those of you who really like to know how this whole time signature thing works out, you're doing those triplet strums, right? So you're doing 2 triplet strums, 2 sets, right? For the F, 2 sets for the E minor, 4 for the G. That's where you get that 8. So you're getting the whole thing all at once. And we're doing the top part and 3 in the triplet, right? So you got your bottom part, which has those beats in groups of 4, and then you have the top, which is the groups of 3. All right, so let's do F, E minor, G. Into the chorus, but the chords are different. It's going to be a C, E minor, F, and G. Exact same strum pattern. You're still doing that weird triplet strum. So, whoa, life in the city, whoa, it will never be pretty. Oh, intro part, it's just so F, E minor, G. Second verse, it's mostly the same as the first verse with a little addition of a G7 at the very end of that line, which we'll go over when we get to it. So it's, and if you leave, don't leave me all alone, 'cause I'll be scared, I'll be naked, I'll get a cold, I'll get cold. I miss my dad and Cleopatra sitting on the phone, so take me back off these streets and we'll never be apart. So you go from the G to the G7, it goes up on that line. And I'm going to tell you right now, I totally beefed the melody line for that second verse. Listen to, I can't remember the lead singer's name for the Lumineers, but listen to the way he phrases things for this song, because he has a kind of interesting phrasing and a timing in that. If you sing along, I mean, the triplet strumming with the song will work perfectly. Everything's in the same key, so you can totally just put the song and play it, and then you'll get the melody a little bit better, because I know I didn't do it quite right. So anyway, so for that last line, so take me back off these streets and we'll never, so it goes up, never be apart. You go to a G7, so instead of doing that G for as long as you usually do, you just go up to the G7, never be apart. And then you go back to the G, together from the start, G7, and then G, never, never, falling back alone. And we go back to the chorus, which is exactly the same. Whoa, living life in the city. Whoa, whoa, it'll never be pretty. Oh, oh, whoa, we can plan if we make it. Whoa, whoa, we won't let them, they won't take it from me. Now, the bridge, everything kind of collapses a little bit. Like, he gets really quiet. He doesn't do the same plotting, plotting on the piano. So we're going to slow down our strum pattern's still the triplet strum, but instead of steadily playing it the whole time, you can kind of just let our chord ring out as long as you can keep that timing. This is where your foot comes in handy. So you would do, in the bridge, and if the sun don't shine on me today, 2, 3, and if the subways flood and bridges break, 2, 3, will you just lay down and dig your grave, 2, 3, or will you rail against your dying day, 2, 3, da 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 da. So you can go back to that triplet strum if you want, or if this whole thing just intimidates you and you can't get the timing right, feel free to use the triplet strum the whole way through. This is what it sounds like if you do. And if the sun don't shine on me today, 3, and if the subways flood and bridges break, will you just lay down and dig your grave, or will you rail against your dying day? Da 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 da. So feel free to experiment with that, whether or not you want to keep doing the steady plotting of the strum, or if you want to kind of see if you can just get the timing right, and I would just keep that foot going. And if the sun don't shine on me today, 2, 3, and if the subways flood and bridges break, 2, 3, will you just lay down and dig your grave, 2, 3, or will you rail against your dying day? So that's how that would go if you wanted to keep it sparse. What was I going to say? Oh, if that bridge sounds familiar, it's because it's from Sleep on the Floor. He reused it. So if you want to know how to play that song, I also have a video for that, which I will put in the description, as well as on one of these little cards in the corner. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It does help out grow my channel. And that's it. So thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the box below. Bye.